Hi there. My name is David. I'm on Cape Breton Island in Nova Scotia, Canada. I'm just out on a day hike in the woods with my dog Atlas. Just making some tea. Waiting for spring. And you're watching RevHiker.
Hey, what's up, guys? First off, thank you for that intro. Very cool. This is going to be a kind of a cool video. It's going to be something very new for me. So I'm excited about it. It's something that I've wanted to do for a few years, and that is hike the Northville Placid Trail. As I said, this has been something that I've wanted to do for several years. I began to plan it 3 years ago, and it didn't work out. And then 2 years ago I planned it, and I couldn't make it happen just with time restrictions and stuff like that. And last year I wanted to again, couldn't make it happen. And this year finally I've made time, and it's going to happen. So I wanted to not only share it with you guys on video, but I wanted to share it with some of you as an actual trip. I wanted to make this open to my subscribers. So I'm going to give you some general information in this video and let you know some of the preliminary things that you're going to need to do as far as taking off of work and length of time and some of the needed gear and things like that, what kind of pace we're going to be keeping. And then I'm also going to let you know about a Facebook page or a group that I've created on Facebook so that we can all come together and discuss this, so not everything has to be done on YouTube, so you guys can reach me through Facebook. It's more direct. And it's a closed group, so only I have to approve everyone that comes in. So anyway, it's not going to just be anybody in there. It's just going to be for my subscribers who are interested in this trip. So let me give you some dates, okay? July 9th through the 14th. Now, normally when people do this video, or this trip, when they do this video, it takes about 2 weeks. No, the trip normally takes most people anywhere from 10 to 14 days in that neighborhood. Some people do it in less, some people take longer, whatever. But average is, I would say, probably 10 to 14. I'm going to try to do it in about 5.5. The way it's going to work is July 9th is a Sunday. Many of you guys know that I'm a pastor, so I have church that morning. I'm going to preach. And then I'm going to leave my place, which is near Utica, New York, and I'm going to drive up and going to get going. Now, I do have a friend that lives in Northville, very close to the trailhead, and he said that he'll help in whatever way he can, whether we need like a shuttle up to Lake Placid so that we can hike back down and leave our cars in Northville, or however we want to do it. So that's all going to be, those fine details are going to be worked out later, but basically, it's going to start on a Sunday afternoon, probably somewhere in the neighborhood of 3, 4 o'clock. And I'm going to hike basically until it gets close to dark that night, try to knock out several miles on that first Sunday evening. And then I'm going to hike all day Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So it'll be 5 days and a little bit. That works out to roughly 25 miles a day, depending on how much we knock out on the first day. I know that might seem like a lot to some, but the Northville Placid Trail is relatively flat. There's not a ton of elevation gain. There is some, but it's nothing like if you're going to try to me, it'd be much more strenuous to, do part of the Great Range, or some of the other ranges where you have less mileage but way more elevation. So these are not very big miles. So about 25 miles a day. I would encourage you to start conditioning now, which is what I'm doing. Like I said, starts on Sunday afternoon, finishes on Friday. Guys, this is one of the only videos I've ever done where I have like a little bit of a script. So if you see me looking down, I just don't want to miss any information. And I don't want this video to be super long, but I do want to get you some information because I'm really excited about it. I think it's going to be a lot of fun, and hopefully I can get a few of you guys to come out and have an absolute blast for this trip. So it's a Sunday through a Friday with room if we're really running behind to where we might finish on like a Saturday morning or something like that. On the Northville Placid Trail, fires are allowed. So if you want to go through the work of doing a fire for your cooking every night, you technically don't have to bring anything to cook with. I will advise you, however, if you're not used to the Adirondacks, that it frequently rains. So don't always count on dry tinder. So just keep that in mind if you're going to be planning fires. And obviously we'll practice safe fires and all that stuff. So fires are allowed, so you don't have to bring a stove if you don't want to. We are going to do this unsupported. I'm not planning on making any side trips out to the road or to certain locations where we could pick up extra food. I am going to be carrying all the food that I need for the trip from the very beginning. So my pack will be getting a little bit lighter every day. So again, I'm going to do this unsupported. I'm not going to take extra time for side trips to go get extra food and stuff like that, simply because I'm trying to do this on a condensed time frame. Like I said, there will be a page on Facebook for those who are interested. So if you want to check that out, if you're interested, if you want to see more about the planning and all that stuff, it is called RevHiker NPT, stands for Northville Placid Trail. So RevHiker NPT subscriber hike. It's a closed group, so you have to request it, and when I get around to it, I'll let you in. Okay? What else? If no one can make this, I'm still going to do it solo. And there might be one younger guy from my church that's going to go with me. So, but even if no one can get off work, or everyone says, RevHiker, he's kind of a jerk, I don't really want to hike with him, he's ugly to boot. So if no one can make it for whatever reason, whatever is your excuse, oh, I live across the country. So whatever excuse you have, if you can't make it, I'm still going to do this solo. So either way, it's going to be an awesome trip, and I'll definitely be shooting video the whole time. See what else. Gear must-haves for this trip. You don't have to carry a ton of water. So there's going to be some stuff you need, some stuff you don't need. You don't have to carry a ton of water on you in the Adirondacks, and Northville Placid Trail is no exception. There are many, many, many streams, ponds, and lakes along the trail. So you don't need to carry a ton of water at once. You will need to have a good filter and probably some way to clean it out. So if you have a Sawyer Mini that you're bringing, or Sawyer Squeeze or whatever, you're going to want a way to back flush it, because some of the stuff can, it's got some sediment and things like that. So either way, a good water filter or whatever means you choose to purify with, that needs to be reliable. You need to have a good filter, because we will be filtering quite a bit of water, especially in July. It'll be warmer. I'm also picking July because there'll be less bugs. Okay, June is absolutely, you'll get carried away by the black flies. By this time in July, a lot of those are gone, so hopefully gone. It changes every year, but it's better. So another must-have is definitely some way to keep away from the bugs, whether you choose netting or whether you choose bug spray or whatever you choose. Make sure you have plenty of it. You will need shelter. There are lean-tos along the way. There's never any guarantee that they are open. They might be filled up when you get there, and we might not stop at a lean-to every night. So you need a tarp if you sleep on the ground, or a tent, or hammocks are fine. There are an abundance of trees along the trail. You need to have, and hammocks are okay. You can hang them. There's no restrictions on it. Obviously just use some tree straps. And in this part of the Adirondacks, thankfully there is no bear canister requirement. If you want to bring one, you're more than welcome. I will be hanging a bear bag. Okay, I'll be stringing up a bear bag. I know how to hang them. I know what to do. So I'm not going to be bringing a bear canister. You're more than welcome to bring a very heavy bear canister, but I'd probably recommend against it just for the weight. I'm going ultralight, guys. I'm not going to be carrying as much camera gear. I'm struggling with the camera gear. I don't know how much I'm going to bring. Definitely my GoPro and probably the camcorder. I'm just debating on whether or not to bring my DSLR. The Northville Placid Trail has some famously beautiful spots, and it goes through some very remote areas of the Adirondacks. It's some of the most remote trails out there. So there's definitely going to be some beautiful stuff. So at the very minimum, you guys should be bringing, you know, a camera phone, a decent one. But anyway, I think you guys know kind of what to pack. But you kind of need to be self-sufficient on this hike. I'm not going to try to, you know, spread gear out between people. I think everyone should bring what they would need if they were going to do it solo. We might be able to share a little bit of stuff. You know, if someone wants to bring like a big cook pot or things like that. But also, you know, you might get 3 days in and roll your ankle and need to bail at a certain spot. So I guess I think everyone should probably have enough stuff to do it by themselves, so that in an event like that, we can continue on without somebody, you know, having to share gear and stuff like that. So trying to think, anybody is welcome. I think I said in my first video, the last video I did, no serial killers, but other than that, anybody is welcome to come. I will say this: if only one other person says that they can come, and you're a lady, I can't do. I can't. I'm not going to hike with just one woman. I won't put myself in that sort of a situation where you know. I just think it'd be foolish to go hiking with somebody that I don't know. You know, without any other kind of witnesses, unless I really know them, and that's just kind of for my own protection. Don't need any allegations of any weird stuff. So I know that might sound weird or whatever, but that's how I'm going to be. I don't, you know, like I said, guys, I'm a pastor. I just think it'd be, you know, foolish and wouldn't look proper for me to go hiking with a woman other than my wife, if there was only two of us. So anyway. For what it's worth. Trying to think of anything else. Yeah, I think that's about it, guys. Like I said, I'm in the preliminary planning stages. I do have some places picked out that I might want to stop on one night, and you know, some days we might do 27 or 28 miles if it's nice and flat, and some days we might do, you know, closer to 20. And basically, the way I see it is we'll have more than 12 hours of light every day at this time in the summer, and you know, we can, if you hike at 2 miles an hour, you know, you're looking at you know, maybe 12 hours of hiking every day to get the mileage in. But I think 2 miles an hour is kind of modest on flat ground. So either way, guys, I don't want to belabor this, but I'm really excited about it, and I really am hoping that some of you guys can make it with me. I think it would be just awesome, and if this works out well, it's definitely something that I would like to do more of. And hopefully later in the summer or maybe in the fall, I'm going to plan another subscriber hike, a shorter one, maybe like an overnighter, or maybe a two-nighter, and I might you know, go climb the Colden Trap Dike again. I've had several subscribers say that they would love to make it on a trip like that. So anyway, I don't want to ramble too much, but I'm pumped about this hike. And like I said, guys, just to go over those dates again, July 9th through the 14th. Okay, it's a Sunday afternoon through Friday. So you need to get about a week off of work. I know that's kind of prohibitive for some people, but I think it'd be good. I would ask that if you are going to commit to the hike, to please make sure that physically you're able to keep up. You know, if I had more time, I would go at a slower pace and you know, maybe take some more time to do extra stuff. But I have a tight schedule, and this is even very difficult for me to schedule in. But it's something, like I said, been trying to do it for years, so this is the year I'm going to make it stick. So Northville Placid Trail, it's going to be an awesome trip. Love for you guys to come with me. There will be more videos about this in the future, and please join, request that group on Facebook if you are looking to be a part of that. I will try to put a link to that group so that you can request it in the description below, and any other pertinent information. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. As always, God bless. Don't forget to thumbs up and subscribe. I know I've been slow in the videos. I'm trying to get some other some gear stuff out for you pretty soon here. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching. God bless. I will talk to you later.